Who comes into this? It is Labor Day weekend. We are at Fleur de Flea, which is
Who are you?
Urban flea market in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm George the Antique Nomad. Welcome to the live channel. We are here with our friends and fellow antique dealers Ed and Jill, and we are shopping Fleur de Flea to see if we can find some reseller bargains. Now I'm also filming, and so Zeno is the man behind the camera today, and he's going to be filming us while we do our thing, and also other things that he sees that he thinks are interesting. So we'll just have a little adventure here. And away we go.
So, hey everybody, this is Zeno. I'm not going to turn the camera around because I cannot quite get the gimbal to work, and I've got a wide angle lens on here. So I'm just going to give you, hey mid-century, I'm going to give you a sort of behind the scenes of George filming. And we're at this urban flea market. It's kind of a couple times a year, I think they do this. And we have never been before. And it's supposed to be vintage. There's a rat fink. I'm not going to be able to pay too much attention to the chat, but I'm going to try. And I'm just going to give you this is underneath a freeway, so if it's a little loud, I'll do the best I can to try to keep the noise down, but can't do too much about the cars, obviously. Hey, so this is Zeno, actually. This is behind the scenes while George films. So you're getting to see George film and shop, and I'm going to show you around.
That's a nice table for $39.
Yeah, George is commenting on this table here for $39. He thinks it's pretty good for that price. I'm going to have to keep up with them while I show you around here. Got some stuff. This is kind of interesting, this folded record. It looks like a folded record. I don't know if it is or not. No, not quite.
I'm curious about how old the globe is. Jill said that was something interesting looking to her, and I agree. I like the base.
Oh, the globe over here?
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. We can tell pretty easily depending on... Yeah, here's the classic restaurant coffee set.
Yeah, this is...
Okay, the globe is $12.
Yeah, look at those with those metal handles there.
It's pretty neat, actually. It's got a hole in it. Somebody apparently bombed part of Siberia.
Yeah, holes in there.
And it shows Germany is one country.
Well, look at this old travel iron.
This
is pretty cool. This old travel iron that folds up and still has the cord and everything. I don't know, that's only $5 for that.
Oh yeah.
Pretty
I don't
nifty.
find a lot of people who use them anymore is the thing. People, if they travel and they have their clothes pressed by the...
Say hi, George.
Hello there, everybody. Good to see you. I'm doing a little filming of my own, so we're sort of doing double duty here, and we have friends with us, so... Now, I'm always talking about how Belgian vases, if it's European and you don't recognize it and it's a drip glaze, it's probably Belgium, and here's an example of why this one actually is more.
Yeah, George is explaining about that vase there being Belgium and how, from Belgium, and how... Uh-oh. George is getting a on-the-spot
Well,
verbal approximation of value
here. I did a video last
here.
year from White Cloud, Kansas about this time, and
He looks like he's this guy here, this vendor's asking about the marbles. Looks like this guy has a bit of clothing as well. Nothing too, there's kind of an old white leather coat there. Anything exciting or glows?
Well, there's probably some that glow in there if we had a black
These
light.
maybe, or maybe these.
Not the
Yeah, that's
color,
too green.
But sometimes these other ones that are these kind of green will glow. But
Hey, Stephanie, how are
off
you?
the top of my head,
Hey, Kansas Picker. Yeah, George was there last year. He was selling at Sparks, and he didn't shop at White Cloud, but he did set up at White Cloud. I want the glowy ones. Jamie said she wants the glowy ones. I don't think there are any glowy ones in there.
I don't know that there are.
Yeah, George seems to know everything, doesn't he? Yeah, there's a purse, kind of a beaded purse. George is getting a lot of people coming up to him and wanting things, of course. So I'm going to try to walk around a little bit here and give you guys just a peek into what's going on and give him a chance to catch up. This looks like some of the painted furniture that either you love or hate. So this is not all necessarily truly vintage. It can be some handmade stuff, it looks like. We've been to this place has an indoor shop. We are in Louisville. Yeah, these things here are clearly not old, mixed in with some old stuff. We're in Louisville, Kentucky. They do this, I think, 2 or 3 times a year. There's a permanent indoor location. It's called the Fleur de Flea, and that goes on all the time. And then they have some parking lot sales there at that location. But this is what they do twice a year. They do a big extravaganza thing. I don't know how old this is, but I always like the Mount Fuji Japanese things. That's my personal taste there. A fish that I'm sure Jeffrey would want. A little set of coasters. Talc shaker. That does not seem, I don't know. Love the stained glass. Yeah, it's a copper foil piece there. Looks like they want, I don't know, $8 maybe for that. Yep. Have to turn around so people can see the price. That's an old globe there too. George looks out for old globes. He says that those things do pretty well. Let's go see where he is.
I'll just have to start looking.
He seems to be getting stuck back here at this first vendor. Yeah, he's getting caught up in a conversation. That's what happens now that he can't be totally anonymous.
I guess I'll have a chance.
What'd you get, this?
Yep, I'm getting Shoot the Moon because
I'll carry it for him.
Okay, Shoot the Moon. This is what George is getting.
I think I said it was 59.
yeah, 1959. Thank you very much. I
Yes,
appreciate
George
that.
absorbed everything in life and stored it.
Yeah, so this is the way you're supposed to play.
Yeah, you're supposed
You
to drop
separate
it.
the rods, and if you're clever, it lands in the thing and it doesn't fall out. And that's your score. So, oh, down and back.
Jamie said George needs a disguise.
I mean, which disguise?
Well, she just said you need a disguise.
Ha. Oh, I see. And then you roll it up this way and let go.
Yeah, did you get it? I sort of missed that.
I got 250.
Oh, okay.
I'll take it. Cool.
Okay.
I thought about that thing for you. Yeah, I got it. I got it right here.
What is this down?
We have a nice big bag.
What's that from?
I know. I left mine in the car.
What about this down here? What's that from?
Oh, it's cool. It's from it's a sundial from a garden, but those are fairly
it's a
recent.
sundial.
Yeah, those were a big thing in the 80s and 90s, so that's going to be a little newer than what
Charnel
I usually do.
is in here.
Hey, Charnel. Good to see you. And hi, Jamie.
Yeah, we're having fun. This is a busy weekend for flea markets around here. There's a big indoor flea market happening at the convention center, and then tomorrow is an outdoor flea market, vintage antique show in Lawrenceburg, and we are heading there next.
Isn't that neat?
Someone set up a little old trailer there. It's pink. You can't really see it because of the backlighting, but looks like she's selling milk glass. So if anybody thinks that no one wants the milk glass, she's selling milk glass right here. Lots of milk glass. And and white teapots. Oh, are we going in?
Oh, just to look.
Oh, look, it's pink though. Look at the pink rug and pink shag rug and.
Now this is cute. The Glamour Studio, it says. You can reserve it for.
Oh yeah, she's got the pink
spray tans, makeup, photo shoots.
Frigidaire.
Well, that is clever. Hi there.
I'll give you a little flyer.
Oh, I took one.
Okay, good. Tag her in your stuff.
Yeah, well, we got Culture Club records here. There is another.
Where all have you seen? What have you been through?
There's another globe up here. This is sort of a throwback to the Periscope days where we just would go live and show you guys what was happening as we were doing it. And that was one of the reasons that we wanted to start this live only channel, because we wanted to do some things that maybe the people who are used to seeing the pre-records don't necessarily want to see. But George. It's hard to keep George just being distracted. What do you think about that one?
Okay, so online 325. Well, people really do like them with the bases.
But look, it says flea price $25. How can
I think it's 35, but it's very inexpensive. It's got a lot of water stains, I think.
So the water stains are why you think that's been marked down?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. And see, she's got this. There's a few things here.
Now, as crazy
Look at these
as this
things.
looks, this
Wow.
was originally supposed to be on top of a metal stand as an ashtray. So this
These
is
are pretty
metal
interesting.
wood.
Don't see those very often. Here are those blue things. How are you?
Hi, fine, how are you?
Very
Good.
70s.
Thanks for stopping by.
Oh yeah, we saw old stuff and had to come running.
Oh, we love it. Everything goes to benefit our nonprofit, so we appreciate it.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is. So this lady just said that everything that they're selling goes to their non-profit. I don't know what that is, but. Let's see what George is up to now. So here is, hey fat birds, yes, we are live in Louisville at the Fleur de Flea, and we're underneath a freeway. So if you can't, I'm trying to speak into the microphone, but if you can't hear me, that is why. So those look like they're kind of a melamine thing. Jamie, I don't really collect anything. I don't know. I sort of am a sucker for Afghans, I guess, but I don't really collect them, I guess. Oh, here's some amber for all of you who love the much maligned amber. This lady has several pieces down here. Oh, Melmac. It's Melmac.
Yeah, where Alf is from.
Is this Melmac too here?
Yes.
It doesn't say it though.
It doesn't always say this is, but it's definitely Melmac.
I know. I don't know why I said melamine.
Well, Alf is from Melmac.
Yeah, I don't know. Melmac, not melamine. That's where Alf is from. Oh, did you see the treasure craft?
Yeah.
Did you see the treasure craft? So you may have noticed here that these treasure craft canisters here that George has in the book, I'm sure. Oh yeah, this stuff is cute. Let me get out of here. Lots of Disney stuff, Mouser size there. Oh, thank you. Oh yeah, and here's some old, look at this, I don't know, have you ever seen these Tupperware little bowls stacked like this? I don't think I've ever seen these. These are cute. I'm the only one who likes these 70s colors, but you know, I was born in the 70s, so that is my color palette right there. Yeah, this person definitely has more of the 70s tones that I go for over there. Looks like some clothes here. Not sure. Oh, do you remember those bowls? I may. Gosh, that's a blast from the past. George? Did you see the Tupperware set? Did you see the set?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. We filmed that one actually for the regular video.
Oh yeah, a couple people said they had them.
Okay, well,
So we're heading back out now out from underneath the freeway. I wasn't sure if there was even any part of this that wasn't under the freeway, but actually there's quite a lot of it. And so, oh, there's a little Scotty. So George is here with actually some friends, family members of mine, distant cousins. They're kind of keeping him distracted. And I'm just going to show you what's going on while he's back there. You know, a lot of these t-shirts, a lot of people here sell these old vintage t-shirts and hoodies and things. To think that the 90s are vintage now is kind of a crazy thing to me, but that's how it goes. Yeah, and this person looks like they've got some more old stuff. It's roller skates, old clothing patterns there. Let's see what else they've got here. Sometimes you have to kind of pick through the new to find the old. One shaker. Let's see. Concentration. Oh wow, look at this. This is an old one of those old swans, but it's amber. Haven't seen that before. There's a green one. Green swan. Oh yes, thanks for those of you who are just joining in. This is the Antique Nomad Live. George is usually the one who is running the show, but I am actually taking over today on the live because we're trying to get our watch hours up so that we can get monetized on this channel. And if you don't know, if you're just finding us here on this channel, you can head over to the Antique Nomad. The link is in the description, and that's where you can see pre-recorded stuff of George here. And it looks like George has found some stuff. What have you found?
Well, they said German, but I think they're Japanese, but they're a pair, and they're decanters. The heads come off, and you pour your hooch in them, and then they come, where they're pouring their pitcher, that's where the stuff comes out. And I just thought that was kind of different.
So you take their heads off.
Yes, fill it with
to
booze.
Fill it, and then the stuff comes out of here. This is the spout.
Exactly.
Oh, well, that's cute.
Yeah, I think they're different.
Now, what are these? Are these just made, taking old Pyrex beaker things
That's actually, they did that
or
back in the
flasks, I
day. A
should say.
company made those, yeah, and I think that they were, that's late 50s or early 60s.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, so George actually said these flasks
actually, no,
here.
they're maybe a little earlier. They might be 40s because they got this green Pyrex label.
Okay.
Yeah, Pyrex for Wyco. Who made this up. Yes, that'd be great. Thank you. And I'm going to keep looking. Yeah, they're neat.
Oh, well, this overstuffed house, keep it up. It'll get there eventually. I know sometimes it seems like it's never going to happen. Yeah, I think these are kind of interesting, taking this old scientific glassware and wrapping them in this sort of...
Yeah, this was a clever idea, and this...
like vinyl cord of some kind.
Right, they were
They
supposed
even have
to have
these
sort
little,
of
look at these
folk
little,
appeal.
yeah, even these things are great. Oh, well, thank you. Is this Laura, or is it Mary Beth?
Cat gal right there, and that one's cool. $35. That's not a bad price for the color and all.
Yeah, we're streaming using the actual YouTube app, which is what we were wanting to do. What about these here? Those aren't too bad.
Oh no, they're cute. The gold's a little worn, and I'm kind of fussy, but someone would like them. I mean, they're $4. They're lusterware from the 30s. They're nice.
Yeah.
I found a honey hole here.
Well,
We're looking for old stuff,
Okay, no.
not just necessarily, clothes or artwork.
Right. Well, there's a whole mixture of everything. So I don't have a clue until you just.
Well, we've never been here, so we've just been to the indoor thing,
Well, this is just a mixture that any vendor that applies.
Oh, so it's not totally just vintage. Okay.
We had a booth here back when it first opened, the very first year.
Okay.
And then they quit having it here for a long time. And this is the first year that they've been back down here in a long time.
Oh, hi, Charlotte. How are you doing over there in the UK? So I remember when my parents bought a house in the early 90s or late 80s. I can't remember when it was. It was around 1990, 1989. And everything in the house was this dark metal with this amber glass in it. I loved it, but it was not my mom's favorite, so she removed a lot of it. But she did keep some of the shag carpeting, which I thought was pretty fun. And that was my favorite house, actually. Oh, and here, look, this is another lusterware. Never really, this is kind of lusterware-ish, made in Austria. It's kind of unusual with the oak acorns and the leaves there. Gonna see what George thinks about this. If I can sneak around to this side of him here. Oh, look, hey, I bet he'll be interested in these. Those cool Corsairs or whatever they are there, those ships. Shag carpeting. I love shag carpeting. I didn't have to clean it though.
but it's 1980s. It's play art. This was
I saw that
where they
too.
started doing masks. Yeah, this is 1980s.
Yeah, very
Play art
80s.
company. Yep.
I thought maybe, I didn't know how old it
Starting to be
was.
collectible.
What do you think about this? That's interesting, isn't it?
Oh, I like the handle.
Well, you don't like the oaks? The oak leaves? It's interesting. It's almost like luster
Yeah,
where
they're nicely done. It's Austrian. It's probably the same era, 1920s or 30s. I think you're right.
yeah, I
And
mean
this
it's
is on
it's got fall decor.
I think
Oh, is that
this
his?
yours, I think?
George?
It is, thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome.
And I still haven't paid you yet. So.
Right. I'll hunt it down.
Okay.
Well, George didn't seem as impressed by this as I was, so I'm going to put this back. Please ask about that. You mean this little thing here? This right here? Yeah, I asked George. He said he liked that it had a handle. That was about it. That was about the extent of it. No, and this, look at this like rocking horse that is a porpoise of some kind. This has got, it's interesting that this sort of crazing is blue through there.
Yeah, it's because of the color of the glaze, I think. It sometimes will do that rather than that dark.
Look at this over here. You may be interested in these.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to get George to see if what he thinks of this metal art. He oftentimes likes these things. What do you think about those?
I think
New?
they're new.
Yeah.
Nice looking, but they're newer, and I'll bet we can tell by the way they hang. No, you really can't, but
Yeah, but
they're
I know,
nice.
I know you like
Good
that.
quality.
I know you like that sort of
It's
brutalist
a good
stuff.
look.
What about this? New.
No, it's old.
Oh yeah, that's.
It's cute. I know a lot of people like it.
Now I can't close it. Well, it'll be open for display now. There were. I wanted to show you also. Again, I'm not going to be able to give you all the details that George can, but these right here, they don't have a mark on the bottom, but they do have this sort of mid-century modern design, and they've got that silver rim. And I know George has told me in the past that people don't like things that have this silver rim because even though it might have a cool design, you can't put that in the microwave. I don't know why I'd want to microwave this, but you can't put it in the microwave and you can't put it in the dishwasher. So apparently that is a big turnoff for people. And oh, we've got a bird. See the guy with the bird on his shoulder there? Very pretty bird riding around. I think it'd be cool if you could have a bird just sit on your shoulder like that and not poop on you. So I'm gonna sort of sneak in here and maybe get one last look of things. There is a very sort of Halloween-y fall thing here that would be good for display. Oh, well, Jamie, I will have to tell George that because he seems that people don't like that.
I walk around with a fake.
This is kind of cool.
It wasn't moving for a minute. I was like,
Yeah, she's fine.
Yes, very beautiful.
and she'll just chill there.
Yeah, she can't go anywhere.
Oh, she won't fly. Her wings
can't fly.
oh, she
Wings
can't fly.
clipped.
Gotcha. Well, she's
You gonna get those? You gonna get those dishes? Yeah. I was just saying that a lot of people don't want them because of that silver, and you can't, people don't want to dishwash them or microwave.
I just display them.
Yeah, they're cool.
I collect mid-century
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
So this is perfect. It's
Well-
just this one's dirty.
great.
That's no extra charge.
Well, there you go, Jamie. There's somebody else who likes those dishes and doesn't care that they've got a silver ring. So
It doesn't never seem like she has to turn it on. She's just got it. Some days I have to wake up first.
Colleen, George and I are in Louisville, Kentucky at the Fleur de Flea Vintage Market.
Yes.
And Jamie said you can send all of the mid-century with the silver rims to her. She doesn't care.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
And that guy just bought them too.
Oh,
with
really?
the bird. Yeah, the guy with the bird just bought them.
Right in front of me.
You see the
huh?
bird?
Now, I like this little form.
He's over there in the corner. That's a real bird. It's a beautiful, beautiful red bird.
Oh, I see him now.
Yeah. Now, what is this? The Movie Land Touch Cal Art Editor Viewer 8 Mark II. I wonder if George knows what this is. Let's see. I don't want to get into trouble. Hey, George, look at this.
Oh yeah, we were just looking at that actually.
Oh, were
It's
you?
pretty
Okay.
cool. It's never been used.
Yeah, it's in like brand new condition.
We're gonna walk on a couple booths because
Okay.
Jill spotted another one.
Can
that
you
hasn't been in.
hold this for me?
Hold-
Just
oh.
just lift it up while I put the flap on.
Sure.
No, well, no.
Oh,
Lift it up while I put the flap on. Hold the side here.
here.
Just
Okay,
hold the side up. That's all I gotta do.
You got it.
Yeah. We're
Okay.
dealing with about 50 contraptions here.
Yes.
Scott, yeah, it is busy. This only happens a few times a year, and the weather's great, and we're in the city, so there are a lot of people to come out. We usually the flea markets we go to are country flea markets.
72 target
Oh,
clay shooting tournament.
loud
followed
music
by
here, or
lunch,
loud
live music, bourbon
loudspeaker.
cocktails and more. Friday, September 24th. Details at Fraser
The
Museum.
chunky, wait,
and Commonwealth
the
Theater
funky
Center,
chunk,
providing theater
funky
study and
junk
performance for ages
meister.
6 to adult.
That's what that says. Now
This
this,
would be really fun with the candle.
I believe this is a embalming table, isn't it, or something like that?
Yes, this is. I think this is an embalming.
Yeah, I think it's got the channels for the blood and everything to run out down through here. So that would make a very uncomfortable massage table. The cicadas, I don't think can you hear the cicadas? I'm drowned out. Or they seem to be drowned out by everything else, but there are certainly cicadas here. Yeah, that embalming table is definitely interesting. Gross. Fatbird Fine said it was gross.
Well, he said if it doesn't sell, he's going to use it for his Halloween party.
Oh, well, exactly. How's it going? So this guy is, he wanted us to get a picture. He's playing music. Yeah, exactly. Cool for Halloween.
Yeah, it looks to be where the flag is, yeah.
So we were told that this was just a general flea market of anything. Like I said, we've only been to the indoor flea market, and that is pretty much strictly vintage with some handmade. But this appears to be a little bit of everything. Plants. This looks like truly a little bit of everything here. Camping gear. Jewelry in there. More jewelry down here. If you need a sickle or a scythe, a couple of those. Old desk there. Let's see what's over here. More food, gluten-free, for Dementia Awareness Month. Okay. Let's follow George. George is going to go to where the good stuff is. Oh yeah, old signs. Oh, look at this here. We're in Louisville, of course, where the Kentucky Derby is. So you've got an old early times bourbon ad.
Yeah, I thought that
for
was neat.
the starting bell, I guess, or something.
They're off.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and here's some old George likes these old calendars.
I like them a little too much. I like them better.
Oh, hey, there's a Pepsi Like last night on, I think Aaron got a Pepsi clock, didn't he? Got a cuckoo clock over here, some old cast iron. That guy had a grumpy cat tattoo. Now, is this really? That's got glass. That's nice. You see that?
Oh yeah,
it's got a
that's
glass.
nice
It's got a
old
glass top.
1962, back when that was the original logo. Yeah, that's cool.
And now this is here, right?
Falls City, yes.
Yeah, this
Falls City.
Falls City is
right here. You can see Falls City
Louisville.
Brewing, Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay, that's right, because there were the falls of the Ohio that sort of got flooded over for the most part when they built the dam and lock systems on the river. But I didn't know this. I looked it up.
Good books.
That waterfall here on the river used to be one of the biggest in the world. I think in terms of volume, it wasn't a big drop, but it was a huge volume of water because the river's so wide here. Oh yeah, there come the cicadas. Someone heard the cicadas, of course.
Oh
and,
yes.
like, we just
Welcome to this part of the country.
we were just downtown and we saw this little girl who was afraid to walk under a tree because she heard the cicadas. Yeah, Colleen, we're in Louisville, Kentucky at the Fleur de Flea. Oh, look at this. Nothing is in this, but it is a cool box. Look at that original price, 49 cents. Something's in there. Well, maybe he is in there. It's just very, very light. Yeah, nah. His balloon. The only thing left is his balloon. Oh yeah, cicadas are over a large part of the country and the continent and the world, actually. I don't think they're very common on the West Coast, maybe in California, but I never heard them really when I lived in Washington. Oh, and I see something George is going to want. George always likes to get these. So I'm going to have to point this out to George. And I'm going to sneak around here in the vendor part. He's got this.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
You always like these.
I do like gator heads, yes, because they sell well in Florida.
Yep, no price on it.
20 bucks.
Headed there yet.
They're all different prices. People just have been picking out piles. I'm making a deal like that. 5 to 10 bucks usually.
So apparently $20 is not enough for George to make any money off of this, so he is going to pass. I think you have to ask. He's just making. He didn't have that priced, so 20. Huh, so these are pink painted. Looks like. I don't think they have a light inside. They may. Yeah, no light up in there. Thought maybe they had something hiding up under their dress, but they don't.
Oh yeah.
I thought those would have a light up in there, but they don't.
No, it's just up in here, and actually they originally would have had glass shades that were similar pattern to the dress, so.
Right.
Yeah, this guy is a friend of mine who, I was right across from him at the Springfield, Ohio Antique Show in the spring, and then he's going to be there in a couple of weeks, and so am I, and so are a bunch of YouTubers. So.
Oh yeah, George said, if you couldn't hear him, George said this vendor was actually somebody he knew at the Springfield Antique Flea Market. He was a vendor right next to him, so if you guys don't know, George is going to be at the Springfield Antique Extravaganza, which I believe is happening in 2 weeks. And you can come and see him there. He'll be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And some other YouTubers are going to be there, but I don't think they're going to be selling. George is the only one I know that is going to be
I
selling.
think I'm the only seller, yeah.
What? Oh, hey, look at that.
Yeah, I love that guy.
It's like, it's a translucent.
Yes, it's lucite, I believe, and that's a cane topper. The cane is 60, well, actually, I guess it's a walking stick, technically, and it's $65.
Someone is mad at Coke for discontinuing Tab.
A lot of people seem to be, actually. I've heard that a bunch.
Oh, well, thank you, Lenny Pie. This is just the
Hey,
phone.
Lynn.
This is just the phone.
$8.50.
$8.50, yeah, well.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, well.
That's some cute lamps.
Yeah.
Old bookshelves. I go to that estate sale. $1, $2.
This guy here selling some knives. Huh.
Oh, yeah, and sometimes you'll find a real sleeper in them, too.
They're holding a basket. I didn't see that.
Oh, yes, well.
So, hey, there
So
I am.
I showed a piece of Staffordshire earlier. Now, these are much lighter weight, and under the tag it says made in China, so these are
Gotcha.
not original. These are very recent.
Oh,
Bad
KC
dog.
ATX is here. Carrie, I think.
Oh, hey there.
I like seeing people's faces looking at George and Zeno while they shop and film. Yes. I'm also an Aquarius. That's why I asked who was an Aquarius. Because it seems like everybody's a Virgo. Huh. It's sort of interesting with the design on that. There's some old bathtub feet, or something feet. Old automatic slide changing cartridge from Rochester.
Rarely open.
Okay, this is kind of interesting. This is a neighborhood here in Louisville, and apparently someone's got a poster of some doors. All the different doors in that town, or in that part of town. Pretty cool old doors. That's a very old part of Louisville there. Oh, Louisville stoneware. Looks like. Can't tell though. Looks like it, but I don't know if it is. No, it's not. It's actually It's actually John Taylor Ceramics. It's Louisville stoneware-ish. That's why I thought maybe at first that's what it was. Claude. I have an Aries moon, so watch out. If any of you know what that means. So I have a lot of Aries energy as well. So I'm not sure what this guy's selling over here, but people seem to be interested. There's the bird again.
The Dawson Springs crop went for 400
Oh, yeah.
I already have a time.
Oh, here are some vintage or old lures. They're not that old. I don't know how old these things are, but they sure are bright. I don't know any. It seems like a fish wouldn't want that bright thing, but maybe they go for it. Now that one's actually pretty realistic. Actually has little scales painted on it and everything.
I know they sell for but every clock is selling for
And the guy that bought it, they call him the judge man, and he met him prepared in
So I think it's, oh gosh, yeah, see, I wasn't sure if this was just up and down here, but it actually goes, you can't see, but it's actually over there as well. So we've got even more to show you once George gets finished here at this one. Do you know this? John
Oh, yes.
Taylor. It's very Louisville stoneware-ish.
Well, it's essentially the same thing. He was the they added Louisville stoneware after 1970 to the mark, so the John L. Taylor is the
I
earlier
see.
mark.
Got it right here.
Yeah, see, the gal who did all the designs, the other pottery in town here, started with them. Then her husband bought her a factory. She started doing her own designs, and then John B. Taylor and Louisville Stoneware kept going. So they look pretty similar, but they're actually completely different factories that are about a mile apart from each other.
Oh, Jamie, that makes sense that you're an Aries.
Mary
Oh.
Hadley is the gal I was trying to
Right.
think of her name.
Oh, look
yeah.
at this.
1959, yes, this probably goes through various old historic events, which means in here somewhere we're probably going to see a picture of the flood, maybe.
Well, you're going to have to wait till later because we are going to do a haul of everything that George has purchased. We are going to...
Oh, now here's something interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Notice this whole section of the paper is all about, of course, at the time they called Negroes in 1959. This papers would have a separate section in the paper as well as everything else being separate so that they would have news specific to their community in the main paper. So that's actually something a little different.
Right. A crippled Briton weds Negro he met at religious conclave. That's quite a headline.
This is an old Courier Journal newspaper, and it's a big anniversary edition. And one thing interesting about that
Doesn't this just make you want to start ironing again? Yeah, George is very fascinated by this old newspaper. That's the 75th edition.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But anyway, sorry, I'll get back to answering your question. We're going live now here from this, and then we're going to be at another flea market. It's indoors, and I think we're going to go live there. George is definitely going to film. We'll have to make sure we can get the camera charged up get the phone charged up and have it ready to go. However, later tonight, we don't know exactly when, but it will be, we're in Eastern time, we're not in Central time anymore. So this evening, sometime I would say maybe 8 o'clock-ish, 8 o'clock-ish, we are going to go live from the hotel, and we're going to show everything that George bought. So, because George is filming right now, he actually doesn't have, he's trying to film and visit with people and talk and all that stuff, and so he doesn't have time to show everything off. So that's going to be later tonight. So make sure that you are subscribed and you have that bell, because I don't think we'll be able to schedule it. It's going to just be an unannounced live, probably like this one is. They're kind of interesting. Like mannequin art or something. Oh, I'm sure people still iron. I said that more for myself because, I don't know, I think, well, my mother quit ironing. I think she irons only a couple of times a year for some special event.
Yeah, who wants to iron?
People in here say they like to iron.
You know, some people it's very zen for them. Some people love polishing silver. I'm not good with any of that.
Well, I don't know if anyone said that they like ironing. They just said they still do.
Oh, there was one of my favorite soccer players in Seattle back in the day. That's what he would do before a game to relax. He said it just took him out of the pre-game jitters, so he would iron all of his uniforms right before the game.
So, got a lot of clothes.
Yeah, I like it, but I don't need it.
Neither do we. we're getting offers as we walk by people's carts that maybe they already bought and have a regret
Yes, that happens sometimes.
that this.
Oh,
Woo-wee.
That's not cheap.
Yeah,
They're nice, but it doesn't even
$350 for that.
Doesn't even have a cushion.
Nothing wrong with OCD. Well, I know that. Now that is interesting. Look at that's sort of owl-like, the
It is, yeah. It looks
stained glass here. It's hard to see this, but this is actually, there we go.
Yeah, it does look like an owl.
It reminds me of an owl, even though I don't think that was the intent.
It may not have been the
It is
intent,
pretty
but
cool.
They sure got that design. I think it might have been intentional. And this rug is
It did, I'm sorry.
Oh, but George would like that. Look at this.
Oh, flamingos.
Look at the flamingo
Yeah.
there.
I'm on The Price is Right.
That's right, exactly. Well,
He could use some lessons.
And the price
You
is
could-
right, $275.
it is very pretty, and it's definitely worth
I know I need to.
$275 to the right buyer because of the etchings on the
Put something
mirror.
on there. I don't care.
Yeah, it's got the wheat on the left and right, which is decidedly not Floridian. So it is sort of a mishmash of interesting things. Very
Very
kitschy with the wheat and the flamingos.
Oh, it's come out of rib that it was like, I think 20 inches wide.
That's kind of a crazy
You
rug
guys
there.
get good stuff at auction around here. That's the thing. I mean, you
Critter
probably-
Girl, what are you asking about?
Well, you got to go to the wild.
How do I get names highlighted? You have to be, I don't think you can do it from the phone. I think you have to be on the computer. This is some very nice macrame here. Look at that multi-layered hanging. See, it's got three layers there of macrame hanging down. That's pretty cool if you like that sort of stuff. Haven't seen anything quite like that. Oh, and here, now this is some 80s realness here. I'm assuming these are shower curtain hooks. That is quite something. Gonna have to show that to George. He'll get excited that those are cool again. Look at the look at these shower hooks. What year? Is it older than 80s?
No, I think those are
Okay,
80s.
I thought
that
it was
peach
80s,
color
yeah.
was early 80s. Yes.
And this is a
Oh,
like,
and there's Dawson's Creek, which every time I say I'm in Dawson Springs,
I
I
know.
go, oh, is that Dawson's Creek? No.
everybody thinks
It's
that
not
they're-
the same, and the people do not look like that there.
No, they don't. Maybe at one point in time.
I used to make it when I was little, but I never got that.
The owl lamp.
What were you? The owl lamp?
The owl lamp is very cute, but it has a Chinese cord, so it's brand new.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I'm at the indoor market. The Fleur de Flea has a permanent market down on Swan Street.
Oh yeah. Critter Girl. Looks like people are telling you there to how to do it. I'd listen to them. Lightning bug. This is we got some plants here. Looks like some mix of a few native things and things that are not going to quite make it. Oh, here's some. Yeah, that's pawpaw trees. That's one for $15. I have these in the yard, and last night we actually got a pawpaw off of one for the first time. It's finally produced a fruit, and it was delicious.
They looked at me like I was crazy, and I looked it up, and it's $600 online, and I'm like, you got to spend money to make it. Oh, pawpaw trees, yes. Aw. Yep, had the first pawpaw came off of the tree yesterday.
What was the verdict on the pawpaw?
Love the pawpaws. They're great. They're sweet. They're like a cherry moya. They're like a, it's almost like a almost like cantaloupe, but mushier, I guess.
Banana, mango-y banana, maybe.
Yeah,
mushy.
Mushy, but good mushy. Yeah, no, they're great. I love them.
It's like a custard.
Custard, yes, that's what I was thinking. Boy, I do like that one table.
Which table? What's
there's
George's lamenting decision?
There's a Formica table over. It's Formica with bamboo, and I don't love the Formica, but I like the bamboo. So, but there's another whole stretch that they said are around the corner.
It goes down that way, right?
Hey,
George.
that macrame hanging, that really pretty,
Yeah.
160.
160. Yeah, it was so clean and perfect.
Yeah, so that macrame that I just showed was 160. See lots of clothes here, which is, we don't often see such a demand for these. It really does seem like it's the younger people that are really into these vintage t-shirts and all that. It's definitely a hot item around here. I mean, this right here is certainly something I can't imagine anyone wanting, but
We're gonna go
that's
down.
my opinion.
Starting that way.
Okay, looks like we are moving on down to the next stretch of things. There's a few things here. Cape Cod dishes or platter there. I'm going to stay close to George so that he can fill you in if we find anything. This is a noisy place, but
I always have to go
back under the freeway. Huh. It's interesting. Yes, I know that I'm a little too old to be into that.
A lot of places that install. Oh wow, how cool!
Yes, I'm like,
We've got another viewer here that recognized George. Yeah.
Which one is your booth?
we're on the other side of this red train.
So everywhere George goes, he gets recognized now. So that's fun.
Yeah, we're out.
I purposely not let her big fellow buy it.
I know, right? That's why I decided not to do a show so I can be a buyer this weekend. Because when you're selling, it's hard to do both. So.
I'm gonna let him chit chat because he's got a rabid fan. Oh, now here are some. Look at these. Now these are some. Now that is one angry baby. His head has been smashed in.
I mean, even the Delta, Ronnie's that do not exist anymore.
Yeah, that's neat.
Now you got the Delta that doesn't.
Okay, let's go see who that is. Maybe might have even been someone who watched the video on the live channel. I don't know. So a new friend.
Yeah, her name's Samantha, and she said she just started watching me this week, so that's really cool. So we'll have to see what she has to sell. And let's see. Oh, they have Mahjong.
Look at this.
Yes.
Now what is this? Oh, these are what is this here?
These are to keep. They have little counter pieces that go on here. Sometimes they're missing. I don't see them in this set. If these were Bakelite, I would buy this. These are a little later in time, so they're not Bakelite. These are Bakelite, the holders. In all Bakelite, out west I get about 150 to 175 for them because they're more well known in the east, and so people out west haven't seen them.
Look at the punched in baby. You've got to show the baby punched face baby.
Pardon me, I'm sorry. Well, Louisville, of course, is the place that baseball bats are made, the Louisville Slugger, but this one's called the Hercules. Not sure where this one was made.
Oh yeah, this
Louisville
is an
Slugger
old.
has its museum right down the road from here.
Yeah, if you don't know, I don't know if you could hear George there, but Louisville Sluggers are, of course, made in Louisville here, and the museum down on Main Street has a huge baseball bat out front. I had to come and show George this baby, but of course he's more interested in the globe. Yeah, poor baby. Attic heat. Yes. I think it sort of adds to the charm personally, because those things look ugly even at the best of times, in my opinion.
Yes, well.
Oh, look at these. I didn't see these.
Oh, yes.
Dress me dolls.
Yeah, they're
Wow.
like dolls of the world. They're those 60s plastic dolls, and then you dress them up in that.
Oh, yeah. Dolls that are in parts. Wow. Scandalous there. Massachusetts, made in Hong Kong. Oh yeah, now George loves these too.
I do. If I hadn't just bought a bunch, I'd be tempted. These may have been in a bank rather than a church because they don't have a religious symbol, but they used them interchangeably. Oh, you know, Jamie said she likes silver fade, so in case she's still here, there's some on that
Oh,
table
is that-
over there? Yeah. Yeah, with the texture at the
Oh,
top.
the silver fade, yeah.
Yep.
Jamie was the viewer that found George. Oh wow. Now this appears to be an actual fur coat, but it's vintage, so you're not going to be contributing to the fur industry if you buy vintage fur.
YBM Company, Louisville, Kentucky. So this looks like it's some sort of a desk accessory from a company that originally made wire quilts.
Oh, now is that old?
No, I don't think so.
He is cute. That's a repro.
That one looks like a repro to me. See, not for
If
children.
it's because of course
If it's not for children, then it's not for collectors in my opinion. This is a neat old restaurant china piece. The Tyler was a hotel in Louisville, and so it's $30 because there'd be more interest in it here. But it pays to look at these old logo pieces and try to figure out where they're from, because some of these sell for big money online. So whenever you see old restaurant ware, if it's got that kind of a crest, it's worth doing a little bit of research to see if you can find its origin.
Oh, look at these dogs. They're living the life of luxury here, being pushed around. I don't know if some of you know this, but Scotties actually can be white as well. I think they're called champagne or something. I don't know. My mother had a Scottie. It wasn't a white one, but she knew the breeder, and I learned all I cared to know about Scotties from them. Oh yeah, there's who makes this?
Oh, that's Pyrex.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it should be marked pretty well on the bottom.
Yeah, Pyrex.
Yeah, I always like those, especially the red. Red's hard to find in good condition.
Oh, now these are going to glow, right?
Oh yes, those are depression glass. They wouldn't have originally probably been in this holder, but they're neat, and they have this span. I can't remember the name of this pattern. I don't think it's Trojan. I think the Trojan is this pattern in elegant glass.
Yeah, $55 for that. I don't know if that's a Sealyham Terrier. It looks like a Scottie to me. Or were you talking? Yeah. Yeah, now here is a good example of some
Definitely very 70s and a lot of good stories.
oh yeah, boho 70s. There hasn't been a lot of Fenton here. This is This is what I would call sort of more of a hipster, younger market, and Fenton seems to be a little more of an older crowd that's into that, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Because, I mean, would you ever think that these things were that cool? I mean, I like this kind of stuff. And I like this chair, of course. These are very cool bamboo chairs. Rattan and bamboo. Yeah, those are very nice. I bet they're comfy too. Hey George, those are nice chairs.
Yeah, I like the bucket.
Yeah.
The design is good. This may be Mexican, but it really seems to be Navajo to me from the way that it's constructed. And the price is cheap enough, I'm going to just go ahead and try it.
Okay, so George thought that it might be Navajo. Oh, and look at the mushrooms there.
Oh yeah. Those are right out of the 70s.
Yeah,
And we have
this is more my style of things. I like earth tones and botanicals and stuff. Now, someone did ask if there was any Fenton around, and I said not much.
I haven't seen any yet. That doesn't mean there isn't here.
This is kind of carnival glass.
This is old carnival glass. It's a fairly plain pattern, but it is an old piece of carnival. I'm not sure who made this particular one. It could be Fenton. I don't know all of their early lines of carnival well.
Oh, Charnel, yeah, we're having fun today. It turned out to be, the weather turned out to be pretty good.
How are you? Well, I'm wondering what you can do on that.
We're about 20.
Oh, here's another cute little. This, I know, this is cute, isn't
We
it?
just sold one of those.
Oh, really?
I got I'm trying to think what I got out of it. I think I got 200 there.
Oh, wow, that's
I just
great.
wasn't in the right.
Yes, so this place is the Halara Market. Follow us on Instagram. Wood fruit. Yeah, these I've seen these. These seem to be popular on Instagram. I've seen a few of these. That is. I'm surprised how much those are.
They've gone way up. That's actually, I mean, that might be top end, but it's not.
Oh,
it's
and
not
is that a paint by numbers?
Yes, those are paint by numbers.
Yeah. Looks like paint by numbers. Those are pretty good. That one is better, I think. The birds, these are pretty cool too. These
Yeah,
birds
I like those
down
too.
here.
They're supposed to look like wood inlay, but they're actual prints.
Yeah, it's hard to see them, but there you go. The color's much better now. There's some damage though, water damage on the bottom of that one.
Of them, yeah. Yeah, John Bryant. Yeah, you see these things
Oh, well, Trina, thank you.
Pop it fun. Hi, Trina.
I'm trying to resurrect the old Periscope days. Now we are coming upon a water feature here, so it's probably going to get really loud because we're under a freeway and we are walking across a fountain. You know, you can get booze if you want as well.
Oh, yeah, not for me.
Okay. I just told George he could get some booze at this place, but he was passing today. Yeah, no, there's some children up there playing in the water. It's actually pretty cool today, relatively speaking. After the hurricane passed through, it cooled down So I don't really feel inspired to get in that water. Wow, so this is a whole other big section here that goes all the way down under the freeway, and then we've got another row over here. So this is a pretty good turnout. Old advertising, clipboard, concrete estimating table. Huh, it's kind of interesting. Oh yeah, these little ribbons. You know who likes those? Katie loves these.
That's right. Yep, that's a Katie thing right there.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one before. They did a whole bunch this Carter's that were flowers, and there's a whole bunch of the series, but that was
Oh, and the
one I haven't run into.
the Panama one. Too bad it's got that damage on it.
It's cool though. You know, you see those a lot, but I really like when it's great design. What's that now? I am in the YouTube sphere, yes.
You don't have a typewriter?
Oh, whoa. I'm sorry. No, I worked on one. But a friend of ours who has a YouTube channel, that's her big thing that she likes. So we always gravitate towards those. Okay.
Oh wow, and here's some old, looks like some old lottery tickets from the Hoosier Lottery.
Well, people are sure paying for typewriters now, which is great because I remember when I first started.
Oh, is this a beaver? Hold on, I'm trying to grab something here that.
Because nobody would look at it.
Panama beaver.
I didn't know they had beavers in Panama.
Yeah.
Now, what it is the Panama Company and Beaver merged, and so that's why it has that on
Yeah,
it.
just an interesting name. Little beaded verses there.
Yeah, those are Hong Kong
Yeah.
citrus there.
Now these are safety deposit things.
They're little lock deposits.
I thought this was interesting. Did you see this?
Oh yes, the big key.
Where the actual bag has a lock
It's
on
got
it.
the lock on it, yes. First Interstate Bank of Arizona.
It's
back
still got
when
the
that
key.
was just Arizona.
This is my current prize.
Oh, how cool.
1964 Royal Empress.
Oh, that's neat. I've not seen that.
This guy is very proud of his 1964 Royal Empress, 1964 Royal Empress typewriter,
Yeah.
showing George.
Wow, how cool.
Oh, and here is something for Yvonne.
I bet. Oh, that's really neat.
Okay, now what about that for Yvonne?
Well, I have to admit I haven't seen that one before, and you know those safes with the plastic dial. It's pretty easy to usually figure out the
So it's a combination,
Yeah, to get it
and
open.
you have to open it up. Okay.
But you can usually figure out the combinations on those. Sometimes you might even be able to read it on the original tag, but that tag is gone. That
Yeah.
might be a thing for $10. I like it.
It could be cleaned up, can it? You get that sticker off.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean,
Yeah, I think
Yvonne would
it's-
certainly like that.
Well, I think so too. I think you're right. I think that's a get it.
Now, what is this? Woo! Woo!
Yeah, it's going to get
Yeah. So any ideas what this is? We're getting a little bit of wind here too, so if you're getting
Yeah, I've always wanted to do it, but I just never. Like, I bought a camera, I made some videos for like business.
I hear you. Oh, cool.
Never really. I posted a few videos, but
Oh, well, you know,
I figured my
someone else is talking to George, I'm curious what this thing is. A rocking crazy duck.
and then after a while, it just
Place the duck in any non-metallic container. Hold the wand near the duck and he will follow back away or circle. Huh.
yeah, really, me too. I don't watch television at all anymore. Yeah, you too.
Do you know what that is?
A crazy duck.
Yeah, but it's
Oh, I'll bet this is one of these ones
like
where.
it has a wand.
And I'll bet there's water. And
No. You put it in water.
You put it in water and then it's.
It's
I
like
see.
it's foam. It's very
Ah.
delicate, like that pressed foam, like
I see.
styrofoam.
Right. Yes.
brand. It looks like it's not even been used.
Yeah, it's kind of fun actually. Bozeman, Montana.
Oh yeah, the wind is kicking up. Now what is this? Oh, like an old scope for the ear. Yeah, that's got a name, but I don't know what it is. Oh wow, look at this. Look at that with the finger grips.
Oh, that's neat.
Yes. Think our aim, no accident. You need this back toward you. I keep putting it back toward you and you flip it forward. It's going to be better if it's turning back. Oh, and we've got some more stuff out here in the sun. Look at these old feed bags that they made into the back of the upholstered these old chairs with those feed bags. It's kind of interesting. I had to come out in the sun for a minute. It was windy and loud under there. Let's see what we got over here. George used to pick these things up. These used to be quite the hot commodity as well. Well, I don't know about hot commodity, but they would always sell. I don't know if they're still quite as in demand as they used to be. Looking back at the comments now, trying to see if you're answering any questions. Well, you're talking about the weather. It cooled down here because the hurricane came through, but it was really hot before that, that's for sure. Got some old planters here. Little train. Don't see that one very often. This is more on the sort of primitive country look. A lot of people are into that around here too. Okay, where's George going? Are you going after those Homeco sconces?
No, I've got a bunch of sconces and shelves right now. I actually was curious about her beer advertising in the back there.
I don't know how many vendors. Do you know how many vendors are here?
Looks like about 100.
I think there's more than that.
Maybe. It can be just.
Look at all that over there, though.
How much for these? 10 for the
George thinks there's only 100. I think there's more than that. Looks like he's checking out the checking out the quilt tops.
That's what I was actually looking for.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But you have to have been born before 1962.
Well, that was a while ago. You trying to get through? Okay.
No.
Okay, so now what are these things? I wonder if George knows what these are.
Those are industrial molds.
Industrial what?
Molds to mold various parts.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
That boat doesn't look like it would get you very far. It's in 3 pieces.
Oh, and then this one's a giant lamp.
Is that all?
Hello.
Hi.
Who should I ask about?
25 each. The cedars is 40.
Sure. If I were to see,
25 for this end.
Oh no, you're good. No, you're fine.
I'm trying to find a way in. I'm not.
Oh sure, come in.
oh yeah, no, I understand. I'm just thinking what I would do.
There are a lot of people here today, and it's pretty close quarters in some of these places. Some of these vendors have some great stuff,
All
and
the way down here too? Yes, all the way around
people seem really into them.
I'm gonna walk down there.
I think George has been making a deal with some of these about these quilt tops here. What do you think?
Well, I like the Chinese lantern because it's different.
So he likes this one because it's the Chinese lantern shape.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, that one's something a little unusual.
And he said those were industrial molds, M-O-L-D-S or M-O-U-L-D-S, depending on where you are. That's kind of a neat old sign there, crossroads of the Main and 4th. I don't know where that would be, probably around here. So, what are we doing here? What are we looking for?
Well, I'm looking for stains. There's a small one.
Looking for
here.
stains, looking for
Little bit of
tears and
rusting.
holes, of course.
Yeah, I don't think there's any of those.
This one looks like it's in pretty good shape.
Yeah, generally speaking, I think it is. And, you know, it's a nice design. I'm also looking to see what the newest piece of fabric is so I can date it.
Right.
And
There's something with little Scotties on it.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is 30s or 40s like she said, which I think she's right
Yeah,
about.
George is looking for the newest piece of fabric to date the
Little bit of a
quilt.
stain
What
there.
about this here? That there?
Yeah, that might be 40s or 50s, but I think it's 30s. 40s.
Michelle is asking if any copper is interesting. That's new. That's not really copper, is it?
Well, it's copper outside, but this is a company called Copper Craft Guild, so this actually has some age. This is 1970s.
It's just so completely pristine.
I don't think anyone ever used it.
Yeah. And these here,
That's quite a grip on that knife.
I know. Any of these little choo-choo train. Look at the little
Cute,
little
but nothing
ducky.
that really moves me.
Quack, quack, quack. Take me home.
Someone will. Not like that. We see this type of furniture
I know these chairs here are things that George always likes to get if they're in good shape. Anything that requires work these days, I make a good attempt at keeping him away from because there are plenty of projects.
This is a good place to buy them.
Look at that old
Hair dryer.
Is it a hair dryer or it's a hair dryer, right? Yep.
It's a hair dryer, and I always think of the cone heads.
Well, they weren't quite that old.
No,
Yeah.
Deanie had a few, but not that.
Not that old. Got music somewhere. Okay, a DJ here. I hope that's not copyright music. That'll be problematic.
I've never seen one.
But yeah, this place just seems to have sort of remnant stuff from all over. I mean, these things here, I don't know, I guess you could do something with that. Oh yeah. Oh, now these are cool. These what do you think of these?
Those chairs are great. It's I wish I could remember the designer who did these. They are designers from the 70s.
Designer 70s, you say?
60s or 70s.
Well, he does have a tag. So let's see what the tag
It
says.
says sold.
It does have. It's also kind of yellow down in there. Was it white, or
yeah,
was it originally that sort of cream color?
It was originally this color here,
Okay.
and it's worn from sitting, which is a problem because you really have to reupholster it. I mean, there's no fixing that. So
No, they're just, it's a cool shape. It looks like they'd be comfortable.
yeah, they're in great shape, and I really wish I could remember who the designer was, but since
Well,
they're
ask
sold,
him,
we're
ask
gonna-
him.
Do you remember? I know they're sold. I'm just curious. Do you remember who the designer was on those?
Johansson.
Okay. So
It's an old fencing mask. There's probably a word for that, but
okay. Well, I was thinking they were American, and they're actually from overseas. I like the fencing mask.
they are European,
Yeah, Johansson.
Scandinavian, probably. Oh, look at the old IGA.
Oh yeah.
See a bug? Call Arab. This just keeps on going, doesn't it?
Yeah, I suspect these are some more of the vendors that are in Fleur de Flea itself, because it seems like it's.
Yeah, we're both pretty tall. We're both over 6 feet. I'm 6'3", he's about 6'2" or something, I think, 6'1".
I've given up on buying a good metal sign.
Yeah,
I mean, it's gotta be, it's gotta be at a farm sale on a
Derby glasses. Oh yeah, there's plenty more to look at. I don't know. Looks like a lot of this stuff is craft and homemade soaps and beauty products and a lot of that stuff here too. Back in the dark over there. I know you can't see it, but the exposure should balance out here. CBD products. Bunch of furniture. So what are you all planning to do for the holiday weekend? Got any plans? Besides watching us, of course. What? That thing? Oh yeah. Here he is. That's a Florida Maine thing. These are new, aren't they? Are these reproductions? Gotta be.
That one seems pretty recent.
It's so clean. I mean,
Yeah, I don't think it has a lot of age.
Rib Fest and concert. Michelle's going to a Rib Fest and a concert,
Oh, fun!
and
Every day is Rib
oh,
Fest. in
Lenny
Kentucky.
Pie's going to Mount Rainier. Where
nice.
where are you going up there? Paradise or Sunrise or? I made George hike up to the glacier one time with me,
Oh, it was great.
and he
Loved
got
it.
scared of the bears.
Well, they were walking 15 feet away while I
They
was
were by the
with them.
toilet. They were by the toilet, if I remember. Oh, look at these. That's kind of neat. It says vintage light fixture. I don't know if it's actually gold. It's only $4. That seems really cheap for that. Yeah, Ready Kilowatt. That's always something that George likes. Oh wow, lots of chairs. Hey George, I've got to let him film some. A lot of hardware parts over here if you need anything like that. Oh, look at these old, this looks like 80s. black. I want to ask you about. Look at that light fixture. Is that really old? It's only $4. Yeah, I didn't think it was.
It was new, yeah. No, I looked it over. It was too shiny bright.
It did have some like dirt and wear though around the white
Someone
stuff.
might have used it, but I don't think it's valuable.
This is one of those places that has things mixed in with new and old. There's an Afghan in the bag. How much do they want?
Good question. Let's take a look.
Looks like is that a tag from a maker?
No, that's their tag. And it is $32.
$32 for that Afghan.
Definitely 80s, because look at those colors.
Yep, 80s all the way. So,
and there is the child-size chair. That one's really cute. You don't see the kid size very much at all.
oh, child size of that, yeah. They're back there, yeah.
Who do we sell that to?
Now, are those old?
Probably late 60s, early 70s.
Okay.
When Bobby Fischer won the chess championship against the Russian player in '72, that was the last time there was a big uptick in interest in chess things until now with the movie that came out last year. And so you would see chess pieces. Now these, I think these are decanters because you can see the
Oh, it's got it
stopper
taped
there.
up, yeah.
Yeah. So they're kind of neat looking. They're only $20 each. As decorative items, they're actually pretty cool if you have a place for avocado.
That's beyond avocado.
Yes.
What is that black piece?
I am not sure this one. Let's see, maybe the tab says. Yeah, it just says 80s abstract base. A lot of the 80s stuff is not marked because that's when you start seeing a lot of offshore and they use paper labels that they can take off. Oh, that's fun. Euchre alligator.
Alligator.
What you looking at?
The old prop.
Oh, that's neat. 128. That's the higher price.
I mean, how about one you can't still free market just on your store?
Wow, that's great. You're in the right place. Oh yeah, the old, old-looking jardiniere.
Yeah, old looking, exactly. So, if you think you can't, ashtrays aren't worth anything. Apparently, that one is worth.
Well, they're cute, and people are collecting them. This is, it looks almost like the Otagiri label, but I think it is Otagiri.
Oh yeah, Otagiri. Otagiri. Okay, now here looks like there may be a piece of Fenton somewhere in this stuff.
Maybe.
This is the closest thing to that we've seen so far.
Yeah, this is more of an urban flea market, and Louisville is a pretty urban place. It's actually rather densely populated, and it's the biggest city in the state, so it's a little different flair here than you see out in the country.
Yes, believe it or not, there are 2,000 people per square mile here.
Now this is cute. This is a true antique. This is Victorian.
Oh, look at that.
Similar to an Adirondack frame. Now it's missing one of its leaves, unfortunately.
Kmart.
The portable typewriter. Typewriters are
How about those things?
Oh, thank you.
I don't. I know it.
I see.
That's afraid it's gonna blow up.
Oh, I don't blame you. How much is it?
It's 99.
99. Oh, I see. Very good. Thank you.
Oh yes, thanks for mentioning that, Charnel. If you all are interested in having I believe it's a verbal approximation of value, is that correct?
Yeah, it's like an appraisal, but we're not doing a formal written report, and my appraisal credentialing organization makes it very clear to us it's not really an appraisal unless it's in writing, because you have to state all the purposes.
And where can they find that?
All that. But if you want just an easy approximation of value, which is very similar to an appraisal, you can just go to my website, theantiquenomad.com, and it'll tell you how to do it. It's $20 per item, or $100 per hour if you have a lot. And if your item is worth less than $20, it's no charge.
Oh wow, look, this is the actual.
Probably American Bisque with that.
This still has the decor in it.
Oh yes, I'm sure they taste about the same as when they were new.
That looks like plastic.
It probably is.
Oh, that squirrel looks like he used to be holding something that he's not holding anymore.
It's a good hobby.
I still don't think we found any Fenton.
Simplicity. What happened to it?
It went away.
It did, huh? What a shame.
Yeah, life is easier. I mean, I know everybody. We see the family.
Now that, yeah, broken trunk, unfortunately, on that guy.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah, you too.
This guy is George.
Yeah, I picked him up too. I think that's American Bisque because
The
typically
three things.
the 3 things and the wider in the middle, especially when it comes to a point like this, I've always seen that on American Bisque pieces.
Don't.
Not everything they made has
Start
that,
on
but when I
that.
see that, it all turns out to be from them.
Yeah, that would have been interesting, but he's got it. It's broken.
Yeah, it's too bad. He's cute.
Okay, what do we got over here? Oh, now here we go. Now this has a repair in the corner down there. That one looks like it is not damaged. Is that $2 for both of these things? Can't tell if that's I think that's a casting flaw on those, but only $2 for those. It's an old Pyrex for $18. So what about, would you buy those swans for $2?
Oh, probably.
One of them has damage, but would you buy, did they have to be together?
Well, they were made as a set by Miller Studio, but, you know, people will show them individually, so the price is certainly right.
Yeah, and the damage on this one is that.
Oh,
But
yes.
the other one looks like it's in perfect shape except for that casting flaw, right?
Yeah. Kind of a nasty place to have a casting flaw. 1968 Miller Studio. They almost always have this mark with the date on the edges if it's one of theirs.
Yeah.
I like it, but I don't think I'm going to do it. The company is still in business, but they don't really make this stuff anymore. They make completely different things.
What you got there?
Well, it's Vernon Kilns, and I don't know whether there's a lot of room in it or not, but it was done in the 50s, and I've seen a ton of their plates over the years. I've never seen the one for the Statue of Liberty. And I'm thinking because it would be a New York buyer that there might be room in it. I'm not sure. something I'd really have to look up. You know, they made 1,000 different versions of plates.
You gonna ask? You gonna ask him? George is very intensely inspecting this plate.
Yep, I like it. I just think it would have to be slightly.
Someone's saying that book is saying that Yvonne collects those for Christmas.
Swans?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so I think we are getting to the end where there's the food. Oh, got some more planters here. That purple swan there is kind of pretty. This one. What do they want for that thing? Flopping in the wind. 14 bucks for that guy. More of the stuff that only I love.
I don't think that's necessarily true. I've always been partial to these. This is Shawnee Pottery, believe it or not. It looks nothing like the whimsical stuff that they made earlier. In 1955, they realized the market was changing and they completely stopped all of the cute things and started doing nothing but modern. It's $16 though. It's probably priced about right. The frog is cool.
These are 18.
Oh yeah,
those are not old, are they?
They are, but there's something somebody made at home. That's home ceramics from the 70s.
Now that's a brass swan thing. For people who like the swans. What's in here?
Probably nothing. Or files?
Oh,
okay, it's a file box.
Oh, you like these, Jamie?
Those are fun with the burlap. Yeah, those are, and they're only $1 a piece.
$1.
You can't really dishwash them, and that's why people don't buy them these days as much, because they will fall apart in the dishwasher.
Look at those.
Oh yeah. I have to say I'm not partial.
And these?
I like the suitcase much better.
What's in this? Pear cider?
Maybe it's a jug of something.
Here's another, is that?
That's McCoy.
Okay.
That was something they did for the florist shops in the early 70s because it looked mod.
What about that?
That is not terribly old.
Really?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's got some age, but it's all plastic.
No, it's not. It's glass.
No,
this
inside.
Is glass.
But all
yeah. But that,
I mean, it might be 80s,
that is
but
not.
I don't think it's
this
any older
isn't.
than that.
Oh wow, but it had a screen. Look.
Oh yeah, no, it was a good one at its time because it's supposed to be automatic.
This is oh my goodness, it still works.
And it works, yes.
I swear it had like a screen or something. Is that, or that's not a screen?
No, I think that's...
Oh yeah, no, it pour. Oh yeah, look at that.
Okay, I have to admit that made it a lot more interesting.
And then when you push this, you can't, I don't know if you can see that, but it says pour.
Oh, right, because that opens up the spigot. Otherwise,
yeah, right
it
here,
won't go.
right?
Yeah. Well, and it is made in Hong Kong, it says. So
it's
this
got
is a little older than I thought.
It's got a Pennsylvania thing there, too.
Yeah, that would be the importer.
Yeah.
What's it called? An Action
Lobeco.
Okay. Lobeco, yeah. And how much is that?
Oh, Lenny Pie saying goodbye.
Bye, Lynn. Nice to see you.
Lynn Pie. People call you Lenny on there. I got into that habit. Oh, plastic.
Yep. Cute design that, okay, now this looks Italian.
Italiano.
Ruin, yeah. It's a shame there's not a pair and it's having a tough life. This is quite old here. This is early. This is probably 1840s or 50s spongeware. $30. Not a bad price. All hand painted.
Yeah, who's that?
I'm not sure. Oh, cigarette box.
Oh, cigarettes were curved like that?
No, so you could take it. They would have actually been small and filters laying this way.
Oh,
You could
right,
scoop
right.
it up that way. Oh, the Craxton crap shooter. That's a classic for 99.
Oh, this guy?
Yes. Yeah, he's similar to the guy that would shake the cocktail and smoke would come out of his ears because
Susical is in here.
he'd drink it. Oh, Susie, hi there.
Flower frogs. An old trunk. I like that. I like bamboo. That's kind of wow, this is a heavy, heavy planter. Very heavy this one is. Wow, that one was much heavier than I expected. Oh wow, $24 for these old cafeteria trays. This is like elementary school. Okay, now where did he go? A black sheep. How's your face doing? My stepfather had to go get a bunch of his nose cut on, so I understand. Teophane on camera? What? There was a black sheep planter and it was very heavy.
Oh, like almost concrete-like?
Almost, but it was glazed over like that slick glaze.
Yeah, sometimes they're really dense, and I'm not sure why that is. Clay based, I guess.
So I got the low battery warning.
Uh-oh.
So we're about 20% battery. Oh, look at that. That's cute.
Yeah, that is probably sheds.
What is that thing? Oh, that's for napkins.
Yes, for oval-shaped napkins. That's really neat.
Wow, interesting. Napkin holder right here. Ah, there's something for you know who. Ta-da. Oh, here we go, some more old glassware. George is honing in on that. They're zoning in on that NASA thing over there.
She also has Olympia beer. With the Leroy Newman pearl, so
Rosenthal crystal.
Yeah, they had crystal made for them like a lot of the China companies because they didn't make it themselves. I've got to see if I can get her attention. I don't see a price on it.
She's over there.
Yeah.
She's chowing down.
I figured I'd see what else there was and ask her all at once. But I think that's
What
all
about
I
the
see,
tray?
so. It doesn't go with, so I'm not sure. Oh, I'm sorry.
We've got to find the vendor.
$55 for the set. Let's sell this a set.
Thank you.
And the Playboy mug is $8.
Okay, thanks.
So this was a Playboy mug?
Yes. And $8 is not a terrible price. It's got some scuffs. Now you can get this off with wadding polish. The problem is this is a satin finish, so I'm not sure it'll come clean. So I think I'm going to leave it.
Yes. George has bought some stuff. We are going to go live tonight from the hotel, and George is going to talk about what he gets. We're also going to another flea market, a big indoor flea market, after this, and George is going to film. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. We may just do that flea market and then probably head back to the hotel. That's going to be a pretty full day at that point. But we're going to go live and do a haul video on this channel later tonight, tentatively 8 o'clock-ish Eastern. So make sure you're subscribed, because I don't think we'll be able to schedule it. It'll probably just be an impromptu thing. Ooh, lots of amber. Look at that.
Because these were done by Anchor Caulking in the 1980s, and you see them in a whole bunch of different colors. So when
Oh
you see
yeah,
this,
that blue is interesting.
yeah, it's a nice color, and the stuff was nicely made. It's a fired on color. It's not in the glass, it's on the glass. So they will scrape if you're not careful, but they're coated so the color's on the inside. But they are something that are turning up at estate sales because they look 30s, but they're from the 80s.
No, Lavish, I did not see that. George, that's somewhat of a joke. George has sort of made me out to be more of a vacuum cleaner collector than I really am.
Yes, he only has 7.
I don't have 7.
6.
Mary Beth would enjoy this. This. Who made that?
Not marked.
Yeah.
Don't see it.
Look, a Lassie coloring book.
Yep. Timmy's in the well again. I swear at some point Lassie must have run away from home and gotten sick of saving
That
everything.
light, that's cool.
It's neat looking. I don't think it's old.
Oh. Yeah, well, everything else in here seems like it's has some age. The Hager.
That's Hager, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, it's got a. What is that down in there? An egg? It looks like someone put an egg down in there. What is that?
It's a plastic Easter egg.
Oh, okay.
Some child deposited there years ago.
Got it?
Yes. Now the one thing with these, because I like Hager, this one,
You can see the seam.
You can see the seam really badly on this, and it matters. Oh, thanks. No, we're just having a good look.
We found something. There's an egg down in there or something.
It's a ping pong ball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We wondered what that was.
Yeah, this is there. When I bought it. I don't think it's out.
Yeah, some
Yeah, I need to clean it. It's like so
a wild ping pong game. Okay, so
Although this gal's got some good purses.
we're coming through looking for, oh, George's, oh yeah, look at the purses here.
A lot of cool purses in here. I suspect
Yeah, what are those, like 80?
65, 80, but they're in great condition and they have all the stones, and that's about what they're worth.
Oh, look at this one.
Yeah, bicentennial. I haven't seen that before. The owl is 45. That is not a bad price, but that's because the strap is starting to go. And then the Roadrunner. They're all really cool. They're very saleable.
Yeah, these lucite ones are in good shape too. Enid Collins, yeah.
Yeah, that's the name.
Jamie, that's what these are.
Yeah, they're exquisite. I just think that
They're in almost perfect condition as well, or they appear to be. That one's missing one stone.
I bet.
I bought, a lady had passed away.
George is in there excited about these lucite purses.
I'll have me.
Can you scoot?
That's wonderful.
So those are what's left. I've sold all of them.
Oh,
I mean, it
I'm
was
not
just a
surprised.
massive collection.
Oh, that's a great
It was
collection.
and those kind of things don't come up very often in your.
Not really,
just
no.
seeing life.
No, exactly. Where you get a whole bunch of one nice thing. from
Yeah,
it.
Jamie, this one is pretty good, except the straps have. This one actually has some strap damage here, and here you see it's starting to fray. That's why she's got that one, I'm sure, cheaper. This one is 45. Seems to have all the stones though.
My favorite is the little white one. Yeah. It's got stars
I
on
like
the
the stars in it, yeah. Yeah, they're really neat.
Oh, the little basket one thing there.
Yes, yeah, they're really cool. She's got great stuff. Well, thank you. Just slightly more than I could afford, unfortunately, because those were
Can you
really
speak up?
Yeah, the lucite purses were just a little more than I could afford. One of them was Dorset. Actually, three of them were. One had the label, and Dorset is one of the first New York companies to make them when they came out, so that's a good label to look for. Her prices were in the 65 range. If they were the solid plastic, that would have been a bargain, but the woven is a little less.
Playboys. And a disco ball. Hey, look at the disco ball.
Oh yeah, speaking of things from Louisville that you wouldn't expect. Speaking of things made in Louisville you wouldn't expect, disco balls are made in Louisville. That's where they came from.
Yeah, yeah, almost all the disco balls in the world are made here. Fun fact.
Which is funny because you think country music, right? Because it's Kentucky,
Not Louisville.
but not Louisville.
Time you have on your own, what about the
Looks like we're getting close to the end. Oh no, there's one more. I see another vendor who's got some old stuff up here. I see a lot of 80s lamps. We're gonna get there soon enough. Looking at those.
Yeah, they're all right, but they're nothing unusual to me.
Okay, there's a whole bunch of 80s lamps up there.
Oh yes.
look at the old Kid Rock.
There you go.
I'm right there with you.
$400 for that, for this little old toy there. I assume that's old. I'm not certain though. Somebody's puffing on a cigarette. Is that actually old, that thing?
What's that? No, that's a more recent
It
one.
doesn't look it, and it's got a... Oh, there's the... Yeah, this was the one that I said had the 80s.
Oh yes, they have a bunch of 70s and 80s glassware, and they also have a whole bunch of plants, and there's another one of these pocket pieces that I'm going to show you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to... That's another one with its like painted on, right?
Painted on, and this is Anchor Hawking, about 1985.
Well, the timing is at the 10% mark. So let's show this real quick. Oh, now look at this.
Ha! Okay, I have to admit, I haven't seen the frog before. Those eyes are disturbing and kind of neat. $20.
That seems, wow, $20. That almost seems worth it.
It almost does. I'm tempted. I'm a little not sure of its age though. These butterfly glasses are Anchor Hawking, but the mugs that have the butterflies do well. Ton of this stuff from the 80s, and I watched Yvonne Griffey with Rich pick up one of these because she says it's starting to come back. These are more 70s.
I can't believe anybody wants this.
Well, you know, people who were born in that era and didn't live through it, that's their nostalgia.
Here's a little, look at this.
Oh yeah, the chip and dip.
It's a little one though.
Well.
Hey, look at this, George.
Oh, the plastic garbage can.
Yeah,
yes.
pick it up.
100% plastique, including the fake cameo flowers there.
What year?
Shorts Brothers Plastic. Well, earlier than you think. Glendale 4, California means that this was designed before zip code, so this is before 1963. Although they would have made the same thing for a long time after. Oh yeah, Japanese wall pocket. This is a little larger than some of the Lesterware you see, and I like everything about it except the flower is nice, but to me it doesn't match the Art Deco design at all.
Yeah, this is throwing it off.
Yeah.
Okay, so hey, tell them to hold on. We're gonna walk out here and sign off. Okay. So, everyone in the chat and watching, thank you very much. I think the battery is about to keel over, so we're gonna head out here into the sun and get away from that probably copyrighted music. And George is gonna give us a little, yeah, we've been going for 2 hours, so the last time we did this for 2 hours, that's about what the battery on the phone would last, was 2 hours.
So now we know. That's the magic number, but it was good to have all of you, and thank you. I'm glad you got to, I'm glad you had a nice host in Zeno, because I'm a little preoccupied with shopping and filming and hanging out with friends, but it's really good to see all of you. Just for a little point of factoid, the bridge behind us is the bridge that Muhammad Ali threw his Olympic gold medal off when he got disgusted. He came back and had a bad incident that was racially motivated, and he got mad, and that was his response. So somewhere there is an Olympic gold medal in the middle of the river right behind us.
Yeah, and over there is the pedestrian bridge on the other side of the freeway bridge.
Yeah, that's the old train bridge. So Well, very good to see you all, and we will come back with more later on. We're going to go to another flea market, and we're going to, well, we'll have all sorts of stuff to do, I hope.
Give us a nice sign out, other video.
Okay, oh yeah, all that good stuff. Yes, okay, so you're on the Antique Nomad Live. If you, for some reason, have stumbled into this and don't know about my main channel, please check me out there. That's what I'm filming for, some videos about this experience. And check me out on the social media that you'll see in the description and all that good stuff, and we'll see you again soon. Website, theantiquenomad.com. He's trying to train me to remember all the things I'm supposed to say.
Yeah. So
not sure how that's going.
Thanks for joining us, guys. We are going to probably go live from definitely from the hotel, maybe from the other flea market. We'll see if we can get the battery charged up. I've got a backup battery, but it's a little, it's a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
So
we're doing all right so far.
So anyway, thanks so much for watching, everyone, and we will see you later. Bye-bye.